Hey guys, Marcingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I just wanted to show off this fun team build that I've been messing around with to try and utilise STR Rose with his EZA on some other teams, because one thing about the unit that I do really like, and is one of the reasons why he was such a good unit, at least I thought so, when he first came out, even pre-EZA, simply down to the fact that he's a support unit, right? So he does have that ability on his super attack where he raises allies attack. Now obviously that's not going to be super useful in a lot of the difficult content because he's not really a slot 1 unit, but he does provide all extreme allies with 50% defense with his support passive as well as ki, which of course can always be helpful, right, on some of these teams, especially on the Heroes team where Hearts, who's in slot 1, has Fierce Battle, and then units that we like to run, or at least that I like to run, in slot 2 next to him to get big bad bosses activated for him, or for both of them, which is Mechikabra and Silas. They are both shattering the limit units. Now they have other key links, there's other support units and stuff, so it's not like anyone on the team is desperate for ki, but having another unit in slot 3 that is providing extra ki is also going to be really useful. So for now I'll keep them on rotation because they do share Fierce Battle and Big Bad Bosses. Obviously these two not the best link partners, but Rose is basically going to be on the team to be a floating support unit. He's not really here to be on main rotation. So as I say, right, he gives extreme class allies 3 ki, 50% defense, but he also gives 50% attack for Realm of Gods extreme allies, which at a glance you might think the Heroes team, you know, there's a couple of units, but one big one right here is our boy Mechikabra. I've already done the showcase for him under the 200% leader skill, and he is still an absolute beast. So having a unit on rotation with him that's giving him 50% attack and defense is really, really good. And one thing you might be thinking, well, you know, Hearts, he wants to be run with a full rotation of extreme crossover units. But when we look at what he does, Hearts obviously provides some support himself, 1 ki and 30% attack and defense, and then he gives 2 ki and 20% attack and defense for all allies and a medium chance to stun all enemies. That's what you get when you have an extreme crossover rotation. So essentially, stunning all enemies, whilst we can do it in this event, in the first phase against the Freezer soldiers, you can't do that in a lot of events anyway, or at least in most of the stages. And so all you're losing out on is the 2 ki and 20% attack and defense, but that's being replaced by Rose's 3 ki and 50% defense. So whilst you are losing out on the attack, you're getting an extra 30% defense. And you could argue that obviously in these harder events, having that extra defense probably is more beneficial overall, right? So one thing we obviously want to try and do very early on with STR Rose is get a finishing blow, which him being on turn 2 obviously lines up perfectly for us here, because now he's going to be able to go ahead and get this finishing blow on the STR unit, and then that just puts him in this perfect position where he's going to be lined up to be the floating slot 3 support unit, and in slot 3 with his finishing blow passive part activated, he's just going to be chilling in slot 3. He's never going to get attacked until he's super attacked, and remember his post super defense is pretty solid, but he's going to be throwing out like 7 million attack stats whilst rocking a very reasonable amount of defense. So we get the finishing blow on the STR minion, and then Poutine is a unit that I'm actually quite impressed considering she is a free-to-play EZA. She is actually very solid, so I do like running her on the team. Let's see if we can get the stun on you. And then how much damage? The orbs did not drop the way I was hoping, because Mechikabra, we can only get 2 orbs for him here. But let's see what he does. Now remember, Mechikabra is a nuking style unit, so the less orbs we pick up, obviously the worse he's going to perform. He also has that part of his passive where he gets extra attack and defense, or just attack, or just defense, depending on the type of orbs that you pick up. But you always have to pick up a minimum of 2. So his worst possible turn is that you're only able to pick up 1 orb, because not only are you not getting the huge multiplier per orb obtained, but you're not getting the bonus from his passive either. So honestly for him, 5.5 million attack stat with 2 orbs picked up and no extra support, because Silas supports, is it artificial life forms? I need to double check his support. I don't think he's giving much, if any, support to Mechikabra, so let's have a look here. Artificial life forms. Oh, it's time travelers as well. I'm pretty sure Mechikabra is on time travelers. Most heroes units are. There are a couple that aren't. So he's getting a little bit of support from him. But yeah, we can see Rose now on this turn with his buff and the support that he's getting from Hearts and Golden Cooler. He's starting the turn at 364k defense, and he greatly raises on super attack. So pretty good, considering post super he's going to be at what? 500 and something, which is pretty good considering we are mostly going to be using him as a slot 3 floating unit. We'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll keep him on rotation for now, because obviously Golden Cooler is going to be a floating support unit as well anyway, so until Silas comes around to take his place, I guess we might as well keep him on rotation. It helps, I guess, right, because the focus of the video is using him on this team, but ideally what you want to do is get your rotation set up straight away, try and get Rose to land a finishing blow on somebody, and then obviously he can just sit there in slot 3 and do his thing. Yeah, 7.7 million attack stat for him, and of course he is a time traveler unit as well, so when we do get the rotation set up the way we want, when he floats into that turn with Silas in slot 2, he's getting the support from Silas for being a time traveler. And then what you also have to remember is that all the slot 2 units, the way I'm running this team, all of the slot 2 units have big bad bosses, which means that Rose is basically always going to have big bad bosses active. So I think this is the last turn that we get the... this is the last turn Hearts gets his guard, isn't it? So do I want to transform him, or do I want to keep him untransformed for the extra support? Because the extra support just helps everybody else around him go that little bit more crazy. So I think I'll keep him untransformed for now. Although unfortunately, Mechikabra is sealed. I should have brought like a Sensu Bean, I guess, for this particular event. Because I did do this run earlier. I posted a screenshot on Twitter of it today. I did no item this stage earlier. I have a horrible feeling that Poutine is going to get absolutely destroyed in the last slot here. I think I'm actually just going to use an item. I mean, the whole point of the video is just to show off this team, right? I think it's a fun team. It's very effective. If you go to my Twitter, you can see the screenshot of this, you know, exact run with this exact team being done with no items. Now, obviously, the Freezer and King Cold stage is not the hardest stage by any stretch of the Wicked Bloodline Red Zones. But this last part definitely can be annoying, because, like, see, without the Whis active here, as good as Mechikabra is... Never mind, he dodged. I was going to say, as good as he is, he does get a lot of extra defense when he super attacks. Although, actually, I think... Let me double check his passive. As much as I love Mechikabra, you think I'd remember exactly what he does, but... he might actually get that extra buff when attacking, because he doesn't raise defense on his super attack effect. I think it's from his passive, so and Hearts is sealed, great. So many of the heroes units raise defense on super, or when they super, whether it's from their super attack effect or whether it's from their passive. So yeah, it is when performing a super attack. So he misses out on 80% extra defense when he doesn't get to super, which is quite unfortunate. And obviously Hearts is raising defense on his super attack as well. So these guys not getting their supers off is not good for them. So Rose in slot 3. Now Silas has transformed, which means he's obviously not providing support anymore. We only have big bad bosses active with Rose. So it's not exactly a team, don't get me wrong. He's not operating at his like full capacity, right? Because we're not getting a ton of his links active. But he still sat there with 350k defense before supering, which is pretty good considering he only has big bad bosses active. So we want to try and get rid of King Cold here as quickly as possible so that we can get rid of this annoying sealing. I'm pretty sure it is him, right, that does the sealing, even though you can seal 2 people. I don't think it's each of them seals 1 person, so we do want to try and get rid of him as quickly as possible. Hearts with that guard active still tanking very nicely, and then Silas coming in with a 7.2 million attack. Remember, he's not getting any attack support from Rose. He's just getting that 50% extra defense. So him, unfortunately, not getting any additional supers. And then Rose 6.27. The only attack support he's getting is that little bit from Hearts. So still a very good showing from him. Very solid attack afterwards. Now, obviously, there's nothing to stop you just running a full Heroes team, right? Like, it's not like you have to run Rose on this team for this team to be good. But I feel like he can be a fun addition to the team that does work out quite nicely. So we're getting super unlucky with some of these rotations, though, I swear. Meki Cabra sealed again, which means we're missing out on all that extra attack. I think Tech Orbs gives him extra attack. Let me double check. 2 or more AGL, then it's attack. Oh no, it's physical. Okay, good. He does get extra defense. We probably want that in this situation, considering the fact that he's sealed. And then hopefully Golden Cooler here can take out King Cold once and for all. At least Hearts gets to super attack, because Hearts raising defense. He gets additional defense when performing a super anyway as part of his passive. So him getting the double super here means that even though his guard has finally run out, he can still be pretty good defensively. I do like keeping him untransformed so he can provide all that extra support to everybody else, but obviously it definitely weakens him offensively. Look at this! Meki Cabra just out here putting on a clinic. He's only got level 3 dodge, I'm pretty sure. And that's 2 super attacks that he's dodged in this run. So, Golden Cooler going to go ham and finish off his Pappy here with a bunch of... Is he actually going to finish him off? Oh, come on, really? He's got the tiniest sliver of health. Cooler can attack 4 times in 1 turn. And not only did we not get the extra attack, we didn't get the... super on the actual additional from his passive either. So... very unfortunate. Will Hearts finish him off with a normal attack? I guess there's only one way to find out. I'd rather do this with Sealess, because obviously he's going to do some big damage here. Do I want to use an item? I feel like if Hearts eats a super in slot 1, he's going to take a lot of damage. So I think I will go ahead and use it. I can't believe if Golden Cooler, all he needed to do was finish off... King Cold, and we would have not had to worry about being sealed, because yeah, even Poutine is sealed in slot 3, so between her and Hearts doing their normal attacks, we need them to finish off King Cold. Really did not want to waste... there we go, we get the crit. Didn't want to waste Sealess on attacking King Cold when he's got that little HP left, because yeah, look at this, 10.2 million attack. I think he gets an extra link or 2 from Poutine, including shattering the limit, and then she's a support unit as well. So double 10 million attack stat, triple 10 million attack stats from Sealess. In fact, if I remember rightly from seeing the calcs that other people have posted, with big bad bosses and support, on a triple super turn he has over 1 million defense, which is pretty crazy, right? So we still have the Whis active. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. I know, unfortunately, no voiced active skill on global, but maybe one day in the future it could get fixed. I don't know. Maybe if they ever dub heroes, maybe. I don't know. But I like to see it at least, right? So we'll transform into Ultimate Hearts. This is the turn as well, because we have Rose. Meki Cabra is getting that 50% attack support. So he's going to be looking very nice on this turn. He gets a lot of extra. He gets both attack and defense if the orbs that you're picking up are AGL. And we're able to get 6, as well as a Rainbow Orb. He heals a lot from Rainbow Orbs. So he's at 336k defense. Remember, he gets 80% on super. So he's at, like, what? Almost, if not just about 600k defense after he super attacks, which... you know, that's pretty good. I want to see him attack, so I don't want to get the Dokkan attack. But Frieza has a lot of HP, so... oh, we're not getting it anyway. Alright, so... now that we've transformed with Hearts, we are going to get the guaranteed additional super attack. We're losing out on a little bit of support by having transformed him. But again, Meki Cabra is getting 50% attack and defense support from Rose. Hearts is getting the defense. Like, all the units on the team getting that 50% defense from Rose is what I think makes him worth running on the team. 7.6 for our boy here. And we picked up, what, 6 orbs? I mean, for a nuker, 6 orbs is not necessarily a huge amount. So, to do that kind of damage with 6 orbs is pretty good. You can see the drop-off in Rose's attack a little bit as well, with the fact that he's not getting support from Hearts. And of course, the Meki Cabra doesn't have Fierce Battle, so they are only getting Big Bad Bosses active. But so, I mean, there's a couple of reasons why this is obviously not the most optimal team in the world. But I wanted to try and put some teams together that Rose would be fun to run on as a support unit, because that is a big part of his kit. So one of the teams I tried to put together was Corroded Body and Mind. But I mean, that team desperately needs some more help, right? Like, you have the couple of Janemba units that are good. All Goku Blacks are on there, but at this point in the game, and especially on Global, there's not exactly a ton of them that are really good and worth running. Majin Vegeta is on there, and he and Rose do share a couple of links, but they're not exactly the best rotation. And of course, there's no Trunks on Corroded Body and Mind, so it's not like Int Vegeta. Int Majin Vegeta is at his best there either. So I wanted to try and put together some teams that Rose would be fun on. So let me know your thoughts down below on other teams that you've tried out STR Rose. I think he can be pretty good as a support unit on these other teams. I do think, as I say, if you want to run the most like optimal build, right, you're probably not running him on this Heroes team most of the time, but I think it's cool. And obviously I specifically chose this overlay because maybe this year, well, next year, right, we've just finished the Heroes celebration, maybe next year we'll get the masked Goku Black, and especially if he is already in Rose, because I could imagine us getting masked base Goku Black and then he transforms into Rose, and then we'll get the Super Saiyan 3 Rose one like later on. But then obviously those two would go together really, really well, especially if he was transforming into Rose. Actually, no, Goku Blacks are on Realm of Gods anyway, aren't they? So Rose is going to be giving him that full support, and then he's actually going to be looking really good on this team. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let me know your ideas for other fun teams to run Rose on. And I appreciate everyone watching these videos that are coming out a little bit late. I've been working a lot this week, so I will have videos for the EZA Vegito Blue and Rose versus the big Red Zone bosses and Cell Max coming out over the next couple of days. So I appreciate all you guys sticking with the channel and still watching those videos, even though they are coming out a little bit late. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.